Alright, time for the third mission of the Decepticon campaign. My personal favorite of all of them, I believe. Iacon Destroyed, and now we're going to start out already in an encounter with some defending Autobots. And this mission is going to consist largely of a lot of large-scale battles, so the three characters we have to choose from in this mission are Megatron, Soundwave, and Breakdown, and these are going to be the three characters we're going to have through the last three Decepticon missions. So if you choose, I usually like to go from Megatron and the next mission go Soundwave and then go Breakdown in that order, because we're not going to be able to, we're not going to have any other variety of characters from now on, which is kind of disappointing, but altogether there was a fairly decent variety of Decepticon characters. So we're playing as Megatron right here, and so I figured out this would probably be the best mission to use Megatron, even though I usually don't care for the fusion cannon. It's a fairly powerful weapon. I just don't like how inaccurate it is and how slow the projectile is. But it has a decent range to it if you're careful, and it has a good amount of power and splash damage to it, so you can kind of just spam it at enemies and not worry about accuracy. So it's kind of a nice weapon, and we'll be using it constantly throughout this mission, because the problem with the leader class characters, and I think I may have mentioned this earlier, and that includes only really includes Megatron and Optimus Prime, is that they cannot drop their primary weapons. So Megatron is always stuck with the fusion cannon, and Optimus Prime is always stuck with the ionic blaster, but we'll talk about that later. Over there is another neutron assault rifle we can go ahead and pick up, just so we have a better ranged weapon for Megatron, and if we're trying to save ammo for the fusion cannon, because it can hold a surprisingly large amount of ammo, but not really as much as you'd probably need. So that first encounter can be a little tricky, hitting those first guys hiding behind the cover, but that's really the only challenge comes from. As soon as you pick up that assault rifle, you've pretty much got the rest of that battle. Over here, probably another random weapon, like a
Megatron, sensors indicate Autobot energy.
EMP shotgun, which we're never going to use.
The Autobots are here.
So in this room, we're going to have an encounter with more cloakers, and the fusion cannon is going to be very good against them, because of its splash damage, similar to how the thermal rocket launcher is good against them. But this can hold a larger clip and is more spammable, has a faster rate of fire, and I believe it holds more total ammo as well. So it might not be as accurate as the thermal rocket launcher, but since we have it permanently attached to us, we might as well use it to its full potential against these guys. Ha! Melee that one when he was still invisible. Megatron's abilities consist of the hover ability, as I mentioned in the first mission, and the drain ability, which depletes your energon charge on it, and will drain the health of enemies. I don't think it will. It usually doesn't drain enough health to kill them off, but it's still a very useful ability, because we get these tiny little energon cubes. Oh, there's a guy right there I missed. But I just used the drain on him to demonstrate it right there. It's a very nice ability, because it can give you just amount of health to where you'll start recharging on that next increment of health, which is pretty much all it takes to get you back up to full health again. So if you have so if you're missing your first bar and use the drain ability, if you get that one little amount of health, then you'll start automatically recharging that fourth bar again. So again, it's a very nice ability. It's pretty nice in multiplayer as well. Problem with it in multiplayer is that it's used by the scientist who only has 3 bars of health anyway. Over here there's a null ray, which I definitely want to pick up. Unfortunately we have to drop the assault rifle for it. Because this area over here we're definitely going to want to have the sniper, because there's quite a few snipers in this area that we want to have a long range weapon to take out. Pretty much all sniper encounters are identical. Just look for their laser sights and track them back to it and try to get a headshot on them with your own long-range precision weapon like the sniper rifle. I'm going to be continuing to use the null ray on a lot of these guys who are not enemy snipers, just because I can hit them with greater accuracy at range than with the fusion cannon. And if you, for whatever reason, if you miss that no ray, you could get this pistol right here, which is not as good. I believe the first time I did this mission, I had to use that pistol, which you can still do, but it'll be difficult to get to that spot with just the fusion cannon. So you really do want to pick up that null ray. More snipers are going to appear up here.
My weapon must cool down first. Only fools stand against Megatron.
Running low on ammo, but we're getting the job done. These guys right here, a couple of Autobot soldiers. Go ahead and just blow them away with the fusion cannon. The tank cannon in Megatron's tank mode, same tank mode as Brawl had earlier in the game, and the fusion cannon are both very similar in power and splash damage. So the fusion cannon is basically just your alternative. The tank cannon is your alternative, rather. The fusion cannon is more spammable, so it's probably a better weapon all around.
A brilliant addition to my efforts.
So in this room, there's going to be a this security pillar here,
Quickly, infuse the batteries with dark energy.
and it's going to launch out these beams of death, and we're going to have to go over to these security terminals and shut them down. And they will do quite a lot of damage to you too, so you don't want to touch them at all. If you can, just go over to one side immediately and get ready to shut off that terminal as soon as the lasers come online. And then come up to this one and affect it with Dark Energon as well. And you should have shut down all three of them, because your allies will go to the one you didn't go to on the other side. And then all the energy down here on the bottom will go away, and we can proceed to roam around. I don't think there's anything down here though, anything we can pick up.
Now, time for more strategic slaughter.
Sorry if I'm yawning or if I sound really tired. I've been playing Rage for the last couple of hours. I picked that up earlier today. And, oh man, that's a great game. I'm not going to talk too much about it right now, but I definitely want to do a walkthrough for that eventually. I'm already playing it on hard in my first playthrough. I figured why the hell not. But over here we're going to have, on the end of this hallway is going to be some auto turrets, and there's going to be some guys with overshields coming at you. So the fusion cannon, just to sort of spam their shields off of them, and then if you want to take them out with a headshot with the null ray, then go ahead. Or if you just want to finish them off with the fusion cannon, either way. Might be some other weapons around here. Still, I'm going to hold on to the null ray just because I like having a sniper rifle even at medium range. Over here was a door we can blow up with Dark Energon. And there's actually an achievement in this room for destroying all of the miniature scale planets or moons that orbit around Cybertron. Now, right here on these little pillars right here are some thermo mines, and we're definitely going to want to pick those up for this next encounter.
Inadequacies. What a waste of time and resources.
Let's come over here to this terminal, and we're going to get a little dialogue sequence here. After skipping it, we're going to get a large encounter with some minor enemies and some aerial bots. And the aerial bots are going to be kind of tricky because we can't really hit them with the fusion cannon. But we can hit them with the null ray, preferably when they're in their alt modes, because we can get them with one shot regardless of where we hit them. The flying enemies are surprisingly hard to get headshots on in their robot modes, and they have these X-12 Scrapmaker machine guns that they use in their robot modes that are pretty dangerous, and it also kind of makes them hard to hit in their head because they're just like flailing about when they're from the recoil whenever they're using it. We can still hit these jets with our fusion cannon, but it's much safer to be at a faraway range like this. I usually like to come back here behind these pillars and just kind of fight the guys on the opposite side of me from here with the null ray, and not worry about it. So I mean, you can hit them with the fusion cannon, but it's very impractical. That pretty much sums up the fusion cannon in general. It's impractical. Was some exploding barrels down here I didn't get to take advantage of, but I tried. Wow, he just crashed into one of the moons and died. That's pretty sad. That was a bit of a waste of a thermal mine there. But yeah, there's 2 sets of thermal mines there. You don't really want to use them yet. I'm going to save all 6 of them, which I failed to do. Because right here we're going to get 2 brutes that are going to come. And I'm pretty low on ammo, so we're going to need these thermal mines to take them down. The drain ability would also be pretty nice if you were low on health. You could take advantage of the colossal health that these guys have. Need to go get some ammo. The null ray does do a decent amount of damage to them, but it eats up the ammo pretty quickly. Like, you can't get a one-shot kills on them with anything, really. Yeah, I don't think there's a single weapon in the game that can one-shot a brute like that. Alright, now we got more ammo, so let's take these guys down. That's one. And usually when these kind of brutes come in pairs, we can usually take one down and then use his turret to take down the second one. Because either way, we'll have a fresh turret after killing the second one. I don't know where it went, but we're supposed to have one. So we're gonna leave this area, come over to this door, and we'll have to melee it down. There's ammo and other stuff in these little side hallways here, which we don't need. And right here, there's locks on this door, which we should, despite how high up they are, we should be able to melee them off and not waste the ammo. This part can be really tricky. If we don't walk on these fan blades, we can fall to our death. So we want to get down to this second level here. And then when we come around about here, jump down to the third level and just go in through this door. That's where we're supposed to go anyway.